Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? It's Saturday morning. I'm just getting up. Believe it or not, it's 9:30. I slept pretty good, and of course, I got a frog in my throat. And I thought it was a great idea to show you a pumpkin patch. I had never seen. Well, actually, I've been to a pumpkin farm when my grandson was in preschool. Well, he was in like what's that grade you in when you before you go to school? Um, Preschool, right? Well, he was about 3 years old, and I went to a pumpkin farm with him. Well, actually, it was a farm, and we saw pumpkins, and we went on a ride on the cart and all that. Well, it wasn't like this, but I thought that was interesting to actually see a pumpkin patch, and they're out there. Look at this. They're out there in the pumpkin patch, I guess gathering up the pumpkin, picking pumpkins. Is that what they call it? Picking pumpkins? I'm not sure, y'all. I'm from the South now, but I don't know where they actually grow pumpkins. It seems to me that we may have had, I don't know, a pumpkin or two. I'm not sure. I don't remember pumpkins when we was down south, but I remember pumpkins when I came up north. I was at 14 years old when I first came up here, but I do not remember having a pumpkin patch when we were down south. Even though I was brought up on a farm. And how's everybody doing this morning? I forgot to ask you. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? I'm doing all right. I'm trying to hang in there. Had some terrible news when I went to the doctor the other day, which was Wednesday, so that sort of put me out of sorts, and I've been sort of taking it easy. My blood pressure was sky high, y'all. It had never been that high before. And so I just been trying to relax, take it easy, sort of stay to myself and see if I could calm down. And calm down I did. But then it started to spike up and spike down. It would shoot up for no reason. No reason at all. My blood pressure would go up but it would come back down. So right now it's back down. And that made me nervous and got me real scared because my doctor, I had went to my pulmonary doctor, and the pulmonary doctor was telling me that, because you take your blood pressure everywhere you go. And so she was telling me that if she told me to take it when I got home, because I do have the little blood pressure little thing here. I think I showed you this before. I've been having these for years. I don't know. I think this is about my third or fourth one. It's a little blood pressure machine. See that? And this is a cuff, and it monitors your blood pressure while you're at home. And so she told me to take my blood pressure while I'm at home, and if it didn't go down, because it was like 180. I mean, that's stroke almost. It might be stroke. I'm not sure. And so when I got home, as a matter of fact, it was something else to make my blood pressure spike up, was the fact that my ride claimed I did not book a return home ride, that I only booked a ride there. Oh, I was perturbed, but you know what? I remained calm. I didn't get upset. I said, I ain't gonna let this lady make my blood pressure go up. And so she, I talked to her. Well, actually, I talked to, I guess, one of the operators at the My Ride place. And they said, we only had you scheduled for one way. We don't have you for the return. And I said, well, I booked the return this morning. Well, anyway, it's a long story. I talked to I guess the supervisor or somebody there. And she says, well, we just have the one way for you. And I said, well, I booked the ride last night. I said, but this morning I came back and told them I wanted to return at 12 noon. And so anyway, she says, well, let me see what you can do. Because I was stranded. I really didn't have no way home. And from where I was, it would have cost me about $30 or $40, with a cab to get home. I said, oh, Lord, I don't want to pay that much money just to get home. And I was sitting there. It was a nice day, though, y'all. And I was sitting outside on the bench, You know, because it was right in the sunlight, in the sunshine and everything. And I actually enjoyed the sunshine. I said, maybe this is what I need, a little bit of sunshine. Because my house, inside of my house, as you well know, is always kind of dark. The curtains are pulled because I don't, want nobody looking in my house because, people around here will try to look in your house. And so anyway, I waited for a whole hour before I could get home for a cab to come. And, for my ride to come. And so, but from the time that I called her, when I got in touch with her, because I'm sitting there waiting until 12 o'clock. Okay, 12:01, 12:05, 12, comes about 12:30. And I said, let me call these people and ask them where my ride is. And that's when I realized that they didn't even have me down for a return trip. And so from that time, from the time that I had talked to her, I waited for another 10 or 15 minutes, which wasn't too bad. So finally I got home and I was able to, I didn't take my blood pressure as soon as I got home, but maybe about, 10 minutes or so, settled down, whatnot. And then I took my blood pressure and it had gone down some. But it, like I said, it keeps spiking back up, for no apparent reason. And but right now, it's well, I guess it's all right because I feel okay. But I haven't taken it today. But yesterday, I took it and it was pretty good. It was, it came down a lot. But the doctor had told me, says, well, if it doesn't go down, you call your cardiologist. I said, okay. But it went down. But anyway, I ain't here to discuss my ups and downs, y'all, or anything like that. But that's one of the reasons that I haven't been up here. But, of course, I've been having a problem with my internal storage. And my daughter came over here yesterday, and she freed up internal storage. And I had actually gone on YouTube and, to try to research, for them to tell me how to clear up this internal storage. And they basically didn't tell me anything. But my daughter came over here and done something over, and she took something out, and I think she cleared up about 30 gigabytes or something like that she did. So that's why I'm here this morning making a video. How y'all been? Did y'all miss me? Well, I wasn't gone that long, maybe about 3 or 4 days, but I think that's the longest I've been, missing in action for a while. Yeah. But anyway, when my daughter came over yesterday, she brought me a gift. I'm going to show you my gift, and then I gotta get off the video because I gotta go out. I haven't had breakfast or anything. First thing I said I'm gonna do is get up, come over here, and talk to the AAG team. Y'all come first, baby. And I missed y'all too. Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna just show you because she washed part of it. So it's like a rotary grater. You get all these different blades. Let me see if I can show you. She got it right here in the dishwasher. Now this is like a slicer. This is like the slicing one, the one that slices. And this is where you put it in here. The machine part, oh boy, I'm doing a terrible job of explaining. I didn't even look at it before. Wait a minute. Even though we sliced some potatoes while she was here, we sliced the, it really does a great job at slicing, like, potato chips. I think this is, but it's a manual crank that you do. But this is the base of it, and then this fits on top of the base, I can't even talk, on top of the base, and then you put your carrots in there, or your vegetables, or whatever you want to slice inside of that. And then you've got about, I think it's 3 different blades. Like this one slices the potato chips. Nice potato chips too, y'all. Perfect. I said, this is great. And this is more like a grater. It's like, I'm doing terrible. I know I am. I don't need y'all to tell me I'm doing bad over here. But this is like a grater. I guess you could shred cheese or do... There's three blades. In other words, there's three blades altogether. You've got the grater, you got the slicer, you got the... I don't know if it's a julienne. It's like a grater that you really get at your house. But you crank it. This is the crank. You put it... See, this is the crank that you put on there and you crank it manually. I said, that is so cool. And I wasn't expecting her to bring me anything. And she told me, she says, I'm coming over. I said, you all right? I told her, I've been under the weather and everything. I said, I'm kind of relaxing and whatnot. And so she came and she brought me a gift. I said, wow. I felt so good, because that definitely was a surprise. Let me show you what a mess this is over here, y'all. It's another thing I've been doing to try to remain calm. All these little things. It's going to be a while before that one is done, because I'm getting ready to get in the wind. I don't know if it's going to rain today or not. That hurricane, oh, it looks good out here to me. Sure do. Sun is shining bright. I don't think I'm going anywhere. I'm not going any further than the Family Dollar. I'm not going all the way to the grocery store just to pick up something just for because I already got I got some short ribs in there that are already done. Yeah, and so on that note, y'all, well, I ain't gonna close out just yet. But how y'all been doing? I should have went live. That's what I should have done. But on this, like I said before, on my computer, I really don't like the way it looks on the computer. To me, the picture is not that clear. I hear somebody walking around. I think my neighbor has a broken leg or something. But anyway, she's on crutches. I saw her the other day. She's not an old lady. She's a young lady, too. I don't know. I didn't get the details exactly what's wrong, but I think she has a broken leg. But anyway, I'm coming up here to talk to my AAG team. And I'm drinking some water. I've been drinking some water. I'm sticking to my water. I'm cutting out salt. Well, 95% of my salt is out. And even when I cooked, I made myself an egg yesterday. And you know what? I put that egg on a brioche bun, but I didn't look to see how much salt was in the brioche bun. But I did not add any salt to my egg. But I spread mayo on the bun. And then I cooked it in butter. And the butter was not unsalted. It was salty. But I feel much better, y'all. I got a little pep in my step this morning. I don't feel like laying around like I think I went into a little bit of depression. Who wouldn't? I mean, you get a high blood pressure reading like that, you're going to get in some depression too. And so, and I'm still not out of the woods. Like I said, it keeps spiking. And so I'm letting y'all know keep you posted on how I'm doing and how I'm feeling and everything like that. And keep me in your prayers and everything, and I hope that I pull through this and everything like that. There's that guy talking about that iPhone again. Hey, my phone is fixed, so what you talk about? iPhone. Personally, I think the iPhone is overrated, overpriced, And, you know, some of the consumers that are buying these iPhones, they don't do nothing with them. You're paying all that money and you don't get no phone call. I don't hear nobody's phone ringing off the hook. Mine definitely ain't ringing off the hook. I use my phone mostly for recording. And then, of course, I have my house phone, you know. My house phone sitting up here. My phone will be ringing off the hook. I don't need $1,000 phone. Trust me. I mean, it would be nice to have. I mean, my kids got one. I don't care. As long as I can get, as long as when I get ready to go somewhere, I got my phone with me. Just like the other day, you know, when I was stranded out there and at my appointment, I thank God did have my phone with me, and so I'm able to communicate and everything, you know. But other than that, my cell phone is used for recording. But I've been looking at cameras. But my only fear about buying a camera is I might not know how to work it. Even if I read the instructions, still the instructions are not clear. Just like YouTube. I don't know how to work YouTube. YouTube is just not clear to me. I mean, all that, they wrote a book. You ask them one thing, they tell you a whole lot of stuff. They're worse than Amazon. When you go to Amazon and search for something, you search for one thing and they show you 1,000 other things. Ah, brother, what is this? Oh, they're watering the pumpkin patch, y'all. Do y'all like pumpkin pie? So what's it gonna be Thanksgiving? Potato pie, sweet potato. Wait a minute, sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie? I normally go with the sweet potato pie. But pumpkin pie, I like pumpkin pie too, but I gotta make it. I can't be buying the pumpkin pie. And them pumpkin pie don't be tasting all that good. And I've never had Patti LaBelle's pies either. Somebody said they wasn't tasting good. You know, you expect some, you know, country bumpkin know what she's doing in that kitchen and know her way around in there when it comes to pumpkin pie. But somebody said that her pies ain't that good. But I don't know. I've never had a child. And on that note, I go with love, and I'll see you again soon.